Now, the question is how to make it number one company. Is it possible? Is it possible to make DXN number one company?
Yes!
So, we have to start thinking in a very intelligent way and make this company, if not number one, so at least in coming years, and top 10 companies. Because most of these companies that I studied, whenever I go to Canada, what I do? I go and attend their convention. Because I've got friends in all these companies. The top $10 billion company. They come to my house, I serve them coffee, they bring their energy bar, I eat that energy bar, and we are friends. They are all top trainers, earners, status holders, but we are friends. We don't prospect each other, never. But we say that, what we have to do? We have to make sure our industry's image goes up. I don't know how the image of MLM or direct selling is in Malaysia. Now I compared those $10 billion company with DXN. This was one of the projects which was given to me by my university. Going professional, 2004, I joined the first university called Networking Times University in California, in Los Angeles. That was my first university. And the second university I joined, which was at a higher level, which was Multi-Level Marketing University, MLMU. And that guy, his name is Hilton Johnson, he had been in this industry since 1961. I'm sure a lot of you were not born also. 1961, he had been in this business. And he's teaching us how to do this business professionally. The material which he has given me way back in 2006, because I did it for about 2-3 years, I could not still finish all of those materials. So that after 1 year of the course, he said, okay, now is the time you compare your company with all these companies. Now that was a big project. It's not a small job. But I made it simple. And I want to give you this answer, why you can become number one in the world, and also your income can become 10 times or 100 times what you're getting right now. And I am positive about it. But you have to give time. Samay dena padega. Number one, range of products. We have got different range of products, 6 range. Everybody knows that? Their range of products is only 1 or 2 or 3, not 6. That is an edge. You see, you have a competitor. You want to cross that. So you have to have an edge. Then only you can beat that competition. So we have more products. Number one. Number two, most of our products are health-based. Okay? Number three, cost of the product. Very important. Why DXN is doing good even in Ethiopia? When you think of Ethiopia, you think that that is a poverty-stricken country, but we are doing good. I went there about 3 times. Beautiful people. And now Dr. Lim is doing a huge project in Ethiopia. So the cost of the product is affordable. compared to those. Joining is again less. And most important thing is every month you have to make monthly PV, whether it is 100 PV or 300 PV. No, we talk about like that. We take photographs like this, and we sleep like that. I think some people sleep like that. 500 or 300. 300 minimum that you have to do. If you are told that you have to do 1,000 minimum, where will you be? Can you imagine? It will be a tough thing to do. Most of these companies are 2 to 3 times more PV that you have to do per month compared to DXN. And the most beautiful thing is one world, one market. None of these companies have got that concept. You are getting money from all those countries when you are a diamond. Even if you don't have, you never been there, you did not sponsor anybody, and you are getting money from Mongolia, from Peru, from Mexico. Right or wrong? And you can make member in Peru and Mongolia without registration. Just have to register your name and number. Registration means by paying money. Most of these companies, if you want to make member or make consumers, you have to pay, you have to re-register yourself over there in that country. Right or wrong? I don't know all these companies which are here in Malaysia, they have the same system or not. But for sure in US and Canada, you have to. If you are going to Europe or you are going to Asia. So, with such an easy system, beneficial product, strong company, you are with the Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange. Sky is the limit. Where is the problem? There has to be a problem, a challenge. I call it a happy problem. Okay? Make it a happy problem. It was yesterday or today, I don't remember exactly. There's nothing else. Is few inches between the 2 years. Yesterday. Few inches between the 2 years. It's called brain, mindset. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you cannot do it, you cannot do it. Simple as that. There are not 1, 2. Everybody, diamonds, have got at least 10 testimonials. Your own or your family or your friends or your downline. Right or wrong? At least 10 testimonials. You can positively say it. So if the product is so powerful, and you said that you can visit the farm anytime, once in a week you have got, or once in a month at least, you can go to the farm with your group of people, anytime. You are a super lucky people. So when will you make it a super lucky position? Number 1 in DXN world. When will you become from number 5 to number 1? It's in your hand. If you're working, if you're doing business, anything, I'm not talking about full-timer like Tajuddin or Ligi Kawan. I'm talking about most of the people who are part-timer. You remember that in our business, everybody starts as a part-timer. I'm sure you must have started as a part-timer. You have started as a part-timer. I started as a part-timer, 2003. And what I wanted to say is, Alhamdulillah, the job was very good. And today, those people who were in my wife's presentation, what did she say? It took me almost 4 years to really believe. It was less than 4 years, about 3.5 years. You know, when I said I'm going to leave because I'm fed up from job, 30 years almost, I want to do something, I tried it, I failed, but this time I'm sure I had that thing in my gut. Let's not call it gut, from my head to toe. I believed in it. That is the reason why just after a few months I asked this question from Dr. Lim. Tell me the success tip. He said, don't look at your check for 3 years. I said, sir, I'm in a business also. He said, yeah, I know that. You will have enough. So my story is, from 18 ringgit in 18 months to 18,000 ringgit. Alhamdulillah. Ringgit and dirham is same, right? That's right. From 18 dirham to 18,000 dirham in 18 months. So the question is, how did I do it? I used to go to work at 6 in the morning, come back around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Because the aircraft takes off early in the morning. And then after Salatul Asr, after Asr, the prayer in the mid-afternoon, then I used to say that this is my business, I'm going to work for my own business. So I asked myself, I said, Mr. Ghani, you are getting this salary and you are working 40 hours. I used to work 40 hours. I was one of the fortunate ones. People work 50 hours also. So this money I am getting after putting 40 hours. You want to get the same money and you want to put 4 hours? There's something wrong. You have to put same hours. So I used to get 2 days weekend. Here people get 2 days weekend? Yes. Some of them, for sure. So all those who are doing part-time and who are getting 2 days weekend, sit down with your wife and tell them, let's do it together for our family. And say the same thing to your people who are joining you in your business. You remember my wife said I was very negative. So I took it as a challenge. I said, I'm going to prove it to my wife, 100%, that she has to come on board and I will make this money. She was still, after getting, after almost 3 years, she was still shaky. Women are more conservative. They don't want to take any risk because they want their kitchen to run. They're right. We are more risk taker. Women are not so much. They are very calculative risk taker. So when the wife joined me, at that time the business started going up like that. And since last 2 years, I am so thankful to Allah that it's not the money now, it's how many people. I'm going to different countries. My status, you see, last year and this year is the same. People ask me this question. I said, now, how much money can I get? Crown Ambassador is going to come one day or the other. But why not start sending people back home from Nepal, from Philippines, from Pakistan and India, Bangladesh? Now my minimum target is about 10,000 people from Gulf to be sending back home, not getting 100 or 200,000 ringgit. That is a bigger target than this one. This I can get it. That should not be a problem. But that is a big problem. Not a problem, big challenge. So, if I can do it, you can do it. Don't think that I am an aeronautical engineer. I am not using any of my aeronautics knowledge or aerospace knowledge in DXM. I tell people aeronautics is in this direction and nutritional science or food supplement is in this direction. I have made a 180-degree about turn. Imagine. That's a big transformation. And I am a worker, I am a jobber. You know, job, I told you the definition, just obey the boss. You have to keep on obey the boss, otherwise you are in big problem. So in our business, learning has to be there, application has to be there. If you are not getting the result, try to evaluate and re-evaluate with the help of your mentor. There's so much of learning. DXN product and marketing plan, few months. You don't have to put many years. But for the industry, multi-level marketing industry or direct selling industry, and to grow yourself, that was my topic. This is a huge topic. To talk to your people, presentation, communication, leadership, even positive attitude, you have to work on it. So, I can say very strongly, with strong conviction, those who are educated, they have got an edge over those people who are not so fortunate to be so highly educated. But there is a small problem with the educated people. You know what is the problem with the educated people? Any idea? Only three-letter word. Ego. I am so and so. So how can I go and talk to a person who is a laborer or to a construction worker? That I comes in between. And that wall is so thick that he keeps on bouncing and finally he stops. He is a member. He is a Ruby. And then he doesn't have that thing to go and talk. If your intentions are right, remember, our business is revolving around intentions. Everything is judged through your intention. Even your boss and your wife doesn't know. Only you know and your God knows. So the intention should be to help many people. And you will get the right result. And every month, every quarter, every year, you do the auditing of your business. If these tycoon business people hire another tycoon, KPMG, to do their auditing, why can't you do it for yourself? With the help of your friends. Sit down and see, sir, this statement is there and why I am not making the right bonus or money. He or she is going to guide you 100%. You know, motivation is, I told you, you cannot get motivated from my lecture or anybody else's lecture, but for sure you can get motivated by reading books, by being with good people, by seeing and hearing motivated stories of different people. Everybody knows the president called Abraham Lincoln. How many people have really gone through his autobiography? If you have not, please read his autobiography, from where he came to where he went. It is an eye-opener. He failed and failed and failed, and finally became the President of the United States, one of the most lovable president till today. So read books in your own language, in other language, whatever language you want to. As far as DXN is concerned, DXN is a multi-million-dollar company. How you are going to get benefit and how you are going to give benefit to the other people, that is where you have to work on. This is a big business. What we are doing is a tip of the iceberg. It is just a little bit we are showing it to the world. We can show a lot. I was talking to Miss Jane and she was talking about Hungary and her experience and all that. In the end, she was telling me, I hope all of you all have interacted with her. If you have not, sit down with her and listen to her stories. How she has helped so many people. So it's the knowledge, it's the interaction, is the time that she has given to so many individuals worldwide. You are lucky she's right here in KL. What more you want? This is the best thing that can happen to you. So, the ball is in your court. Have you played table tennis or tennis? There's a net. The guy gives you a ball, easy or difficult, and it's up to you how you return the ball. If you're playing table tennis, because I just saw some poster outside on table tennis, because I love that game. You want to put it inside, or you want to throw it outside? It's up to you. So play the ball right. Play it inside, wherever you want to play. And keep it under control. Never ever let it go out of control. Last thing, last message. Our business is a business of freedom. In the morning I shared our business is information business. where we give the information. You are an information provider. So, what type of information are we giving or conveying to the people? Number one is we are talking about information on freedom. Freedom. Freedom from disease, number one. Number two, financial freedom. Number three, time freedom. Time freedom. Why did Bill Gates sell his billion-dollar company? So that he has time to himself. He has got enough money, but he didn't have time. Number three is time freedom. Number four is travel freedom. All these people that you are looking in the front, I have been with them in the most beautiful places in the world. It is a dream of a lot of people to see all the wonders of the world. And Alhamdulillah, DXN has shown us all the wonders of the world. So you want to do that, you can do that. And the last one, number 5, is the growth freedom. You see a lot of people who are not so educated. They come up here and they give beautiful speeches. That is the growth. You see, the most difficult and fearful thing in the world. Do you know which is number one thing? Even the president, they take deep breathe and all that breathing exercise which I taught you in the morning. They do all that before coming on the stage. Presentation. Standing in front of the people is the most difficult and fearful thing in the world. Not the cockroach or the scorpions or the snakes. So you got 5 freedoms which you are doing for yourself. I'll repeat. Freedom from disease. Financial freedom, which everybody is working for 30, 40 years. Time freedom, travel freedom, growth freedom. Now when you get all that, then you give this thing to the people.